This is what's currently in my reading rotation pile. I'm currently listening to two audiobooks. Both are witchy themed. The first one is The Witch, which is a part of the list that I'm going through of the books that were nominated for the International Booker Prize of this year. This is a story about a woman who comes from a lineage of witches. It's an exploration on womanhood and motherhood. I just started listening to this on audiobook and I can't wait to get through it to share my full thoughts on it. An audiobook that I'm listening to is a nonfiction work. It's called The Conjuring of America. It's about the conjuring Black women of America and their specific history, following their magical practices, their spiritual practices, and how those practices were a way for them to push back against the struggles that they were dealing with as Black women, but also how those specific practices end up influencing modern day commodities that we have right now, like Vicks Vapor Rub and blue denim jeans. In my reading pile, I have two books that are pretty much near completion. It's just taking me some time to get through them. The first one is Remarkably Bright Creatures. This is my buddy read that I'm currently reading, and we just got to a very pivotal part of the story that's giving us the answers to some of the mysteries, and I just like to say I kind of knew it. I had a gut feeling. Modernity in Black and White, Race and Identity in Brazil. I got to the end portion of this book and I really slowed down reading it. I think it's because I've been reading a lot of like nonfiction and dense literature, so I needed a little bit of a break from it. I'm still reading it, I'm just reading it a lot slower than I was. Next we have my stack of classics. The first one is Paradise Lost, which I am reading as part of my year-long slow read. We're tackling book 7, the specific read, and apparently it's the shortest book of Paradise Lost. I haven't read a chunky book like this in a really long time, so I'm very, very excited to dive into this, and that is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, which is one of my absolute favorite plays. I saw this play in March for the first time ever in London, and it was like a 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10 experience. It was so wonderful. I actually saw a mutual talk about how they might be reading this as part of their book club. They kind of put together a timeline for Les Mis. I'm gonna give a shout out to Books Chimera for actually getting me to pick up this book that has been sitting on my shelf. And last but not least, it is a fiction book in my pile that I'm also currently reading, and that is A Certain Hunger. I've heard so many things about this book and I'm really excited to give it a read. I already read through the first, I would say about 50 pages of this already. I'm also annotating this book and taking my time to read it, so very, very excited to get through this work. Yeah, that is everything that is currently in the reading rotation right now.